and then the main crux of the program will be by the Phoenix and Mesa Sci Centers. That's what we were thinking. So any inputs on that, Anju and Hemant?
So from Phoenix and Mesa side, it's going to be like we need to come up with the. I remember saying there was like a game or something, game show or game or something. Is that what we decided?
Yes. Yeah.
I was thinking of some games.
Okay.
I was thinking of some games. I don't know what is the less. This looks like a game which will engage like everyone. So we can take like quotations of Swami, and we can split it up into like multiple words. For example, love all, serve all. We can just take love as one word, all as one word, serve as one word, all as one more word, and like that we can take multiple quotations and break it into individual words, and then we distribute these words on pieces of paper randomly to all the people in the audience, like for men separately, for women separately, and now they must go around, introduce themselves to each other, and form the quotation. We'll see who can form it quickly. Different quotations. So, what I mean, people usually they do this when they want people to get to know each other and for ice breaking or something. So we can do it at the beginning of the conference of the event or something like that. But this will definitely be a good icebreaker, and people will get engaged. It's definitely engaging and something easy to implement also. Just some random game.
Sounds good, Hemant. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. I like that idea.
Yeah, I think this is a good one. And it's easy to...
Yeah, Anita, just this, Surya. Are we still on the skit part? Ram and Hemant are working on that from Phoenix.
I'm sorry, Surya, can you say that again?
The skit part. Are you still on the skit from... what is the skit? Last time Ram said Hemant are working it, right?
Yeah, what they said last time was we would either do the skit or the game show. So, or we could do both. I'm not sure if we'll have time for both, but Ram, are we still going ahead with that story that you had told us last time? Not last time, the call before that. Is Ram there online?
Oh, sorry, I was speaking on mute actually. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for that skit, I think that story I just narrated as an example. I mean, I didn't really mean that would be the final one, right?
Okay.
So if the game show is, the game show idea is really good. So that's what I was saying earlier too. Maybe none of you heard it.
Yeah, a skit or a game show. That's what we had. Yeah, but yeah, I think Surya, since you had narrated that story that day, I think it was yeah. So Hemant, how long do you think this would? How much time would we use? An approximate idea of how much time we would use for this game?
I mean, it depends on like what's the crowd size, right? If it's very small, no, this will get over very quickly. Last time when we went there, the crowd was like, how many? I would say like when we did the bingo game, we had like maybe overall like both women and men together, it must have been like 300 people. Was that?
Oh, okay.
At least 200. So if we have like 100 people on the men's, 150 people on the men's side, 150 people on the women's side, and we come up with like we can come up to make it longer or to make it more difficult or not so easy. We can take like long quotations instead of taking very simple ones like love walls or walls. So it's up to us.
Yeah. Okay.
And we can just make it a little more engaging instead of like just only forming the quotation. They need to know everyone. They need to introduce themselves to everyone, and then they must come and also like present quotation, like what they learned from that quotation or something like that. It's just not only forming the quotation.
Yeah. Right. Yes. Surya, does that sound good to you, or you still want to skit along with this?
No, it's all up to you. So how comfortable you are, but so I thought only this one game show will be kind of ice breaking, like Hemant said. It's good for start off with fun, and then I don't know, sequence we can work out. You can work out on it, right? What kind of sequence we can follow? Presentation followed by skit, or medley in the middle of each program of the 1 hour show, or bhajans. No, it's up to you, but you need to fill up the 1 hour gap, 1 hour show, right? So how do you think we can make it? This is good for ice breaking. That's what I said. That's what I think. Good start. And Hemant, it will take more than 50 minutes. 1-5 for a crowd of 100 people.
For a crowd of 100 people, I'm thinking it will take at least like I don't know. It depends. If we can like make it like the top 3, if you put it, then it may take a little more time. We just wait for 1, then it may not happen. It may get over very quickly rather. If you wait for like top 3, then it could take some time. I mean, I'm expecting it will take anywhere between 25 to 30 minutes.
Wow. 25 to 30 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, if you take like little big quotations, like hands that help are holier than lips that pray, you need to find like 10 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if there are a lot of people, Hemant, then it can become a little chaotic, right?
Yeah.
So we may have to. I mean, the idea is really good, but we may just have to massage on how we actually conduct it there. Right? Do you feel so? Or? Hemant?
Sorry, I was on mute. I was on mute. We'll have to. Yeah, definitely, it is going to be chaotic. We'll have to see how we can make it like a silent activity or not a noisy activity.
I mean, one of the examples, I guess, both Anita and I had when we went to the officers training, and there a game like this was conducted. It's very different, but that game had we kind of broke people into different groups. Each group had like I would say like 4 or 5 people, and so the game was limited to add 4 or 5 individuals, right? And then there were constraints on one could just nod, and the other could just speak, and then the third one could just use his hands and things like that. Okay. And then finally we had to solve the puzzle. So maybe we can, to keep it more manageable, we can, instead of making everybody, we can probably split them into like manageable chunks of groups.
Yeah.
Because you remember, Anita, we had one of them would be Swami's hands, and then the other would be Swami's eyes.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe we could do something similar to that also. Actually, that was also a good. Using this quotation idea only, we could think of something to do in a similar way. Like you said, to keep it less chaotic. We could come up with something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. So Anju and So others, let me just explain the game that we had at the offices. So we had one person who would be Swami's eyes, and all that person could do was, just move his eyes. And then there was another person would be Swami's hands, and all that person could do was, just move things on the table. And there was another person in the group who would be Swami's mouth, and all that person could do was talk.
Ask.
Right?
Yeah, talk.
Ask, yes. And then there was another fourth person who was Swami, and who would just be an onlooker, And then so the person who was the eyes, he was asked to go, and they would show him a pattern that that the group should try to replicate on the table, right? So the person who was the eyes would go and see it, and then he would come back. And then the person who was the mouth, he would keep asking questions, and then based on what response he got from the eyes, then the hands would have to construct that. So it was a game that was played like that. Does that make sense? I mean, hopefully I explained it.
I was there actually that the Aparna conducted that game. One of the
yeah.
Yes.
It was really fun. Yeah.
I mean, it was a nice, and then at the end, everybody was asked, how they felt being Swami's hands and Swami's eyes and things like that. So everybody shared their experience, and that was very nice too.
Yeah.
For that, we have to split into groups, right?
Right, yeah. So we could do, definitely, I don't think we want to do the exact same thing and not have any creativity, I guess. So we can take this idea and then develop it further, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking, maybe mix both too.
So Hemant,
go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, Hemant, maybe we can talk, later offline and see what, how we can massage it. Yeah, right. Thanks.
Yeah.
So anything else you had, Anita?
No, Ram. I like this, the quotation thing. So yeah, I think we should go ahead and you guys can work on that. I mean, any help, please let me know. I mean, if you're going with the quotation thing to get the quotations or any help with that, let me know.
Yeah, Anita, are you going to integrate this to this game show and present Manoj's presentation, or is it going to be separate ones?
Sorry, Suri, can you say that again?
This game show and Manoj's presentation going to be integrated together, or going to be separate ones?
I think separate, right? I don't think it's going to go together. I think we'll do it in that 1 hour, but maybe after this, the icebreaker game show, whatever we do, we could go ahead with the music program, or we can do the presentation and then end with the music program.
Yeah, and the presentation also, if it is interactive, is really good, right? If we have interactive, we can get the idea for Manoj to be interactive with the audience, or we can.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and for Colorado, Gautam, and they started the bhajan medley yesterday, and he's going to send that bhajan lyrics and then audio, what are the bhajans they have selected. So if you want any changes for that, any suggestions, just most welcome. So Gautam will send it by maybe tomorrow or recording.
Oh, okay, nice. They started. That's really good. Okay, perfect. And I think Manoj said he'll join the call a little late, so I'm not sure.
Almost half an hour late now, I think.
Okay. Sorry guys, Surya, I have a hard stop at 7. I need to go pick up my daughter. So is it okay if I drop her from the call? I'll get the updates from Ram or Anju.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys. Sai Ram.
Ram, you're not taking up that skit part, right? We are skipping the skit. You're not taking that.
Yes, yeah.
We don't have time for that, all the skit and everything.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have time for that.
Yeah, and so the the bingo is different, right? Because yesterday the Aru was asking the game show, if you're planning, it should be duplicated by SSC program and YS. So that's what she was asking. So bingo is different, right? I don't know what kind of game shows the SSC teachers are planning for the SSC program.
Yeah, bingo is different. I think we had, the last time what we did was the bingo. Surya, you were there at the last retreat.
I was there, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So that was the bingo game.
Okay.
Yeah. So are the SSC on the same day as the young adults?
No. The Saturday is the SSC and Sunday is the YA.
Oh, okay.
Saturday night 78 is the SSC program, 1 o'clock, 1 hour, and Sunday is 78 is for YS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought the Saturday evening was the YA. Did they change it?
Yeah, no. I think initially the Saturday evening is the program, YA.
Let me see one more time the email I got from David. Ram, did I share you the draft that I got from Ellen?
No, I don't think so. Maybe I can look. Yeah, maybe you did. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Planning for I think Beena sent it, I think.
Beena sent it?
Yeah. So sharing draft, she got it. Yeah. So it is Saturday. Yeah, you are right. 7:30 to 8:30 YA program Saturday, May 26th. May 27th is SSC program 78.
Oh, okay.
So we have Saturday evening 7:30 to 8:30 YA.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So shall we wait for Manoj? I think you can take update from Manoj, or I can call him, Manoj, and see what he has done.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So so Surya, earlier you had suggested, you said the PowerPoint presentation could also be made interactive. Is that right?
Yes. Kind of, interact, like audience interaction is really good, right? Instead of making a one-point lesson presentation. So you can see, once Manoj comes with this plan, we can put some advices how to make it interactive with the audience, and then more EYS can involve from the Phoenix and the Colorado. So I think we can see how it goes, right?
Okay. Yeah.
One of this region 2, I think I attended one of the retreats. There was a very nice presentation, Ram. Just a suggestion, will give some idea for you. So what they did is they pre-recorded video sessions for each all the YS, and they took different incidents like in a hospital and in a school, in a flight, in the airport, different scenarios they recorded before, and then they played the video in the presentation in the YA time, and then they took a concept of who am I, right? who am I?
Okay.
And then they took the concept and they took the videos of different, like group of three wires different scenario and three four wires different scenario, and then finally they came up. The skit name is Manav. Manav means human being, right? So
Yeah.
Manav, and then they said, who is Manav? Who's the real human being who has a compassion, love in his heart, the real Manav. So and then he says, what they says is, suppose the hospital scenario, there somebody is really in the serious situation in the hospital. Somebody comes and then use some blood and everything and help them, and then quietly goes away from the scene without informing who is he. And then later they come to know his name is Manav. Okay. And the same thing, and there's one more scenario in the airport. Somebody lost their luggage, and then somebody comes all of a sudden, then help him get his luggage and everything. And then he quietly disappears without expecting anything. And then they come to his Mano. Okay. It's like that, these are different scenarios. And then this is finally at the end of this 3-4 incidents, and the YS sitting in the audience, they get up and say, I am Mano. I am Mano. I am Mano. Randomly, they get up from the audience and say, I am Mano. Means the Mano in the sense, who is a real being, saying that I am the one who is having the love and compassion, unexpected love, without expectation, I do the service. These kind of things they brought up. So it was really good and a very, really touching. By just getting up from the audience and say, I am, I am Mano. So it was really good. Just a that was really wonderful, interactive, and then they did some little pre-work.
How many YAs were going to be able to attend from Phoenix and Mesa centers?
I haven't, Ram. I think I'll start calling individually and find out if they'll be coming or not. That's what I'm planning. I know that at least the new YAs Anshul, Soundarya, they'll be out of town. They're going home or something. I'll find out individually and update you next time.
Okay.
From our center, currently only 2 people have registered. I'm still checking with the rest of them. They are kind of tentative.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are those 2 YAs you and Srijit?
Yeah. Also, then one more person has told she is coming, and Anita. Other than that, a couple of other people they haven't confirmed yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So Surya,
sure.
Sorry, you have something to say.
Last time also, the actual participants were very few, but a lot of attendees were there in the audience. YS, and finally for the photo, around 30 people YS came onto the stage, but the actual press participation was around 68. So you can plan something on the same day to include the YS in the program. Kind of spontaneously, we can pick up all the YS, ask them to come there into the meeting, and then ask them to join them in any of the show. They involve them if they are not able to promise in advance. Last time I said, the Rama, you are the one who is present to bingo, right? I saw only 6 YS, but when you came, invited all the YS to come on the stage, I see around more than 25, the big line. So I think we can expect more YS on that day. Maybe they cannot promise in advance, but they will come on the day. So if you can plan something to involve whoever is there, we can ask them to come to the where you have practice sessions, and then check with them what they're interested. They can be part of a game show. They can be part of the medley who are interested in the bhajans, and then we can involve them in the presentation also, like kind of interactive session. So we can involve them more. I think if we can give them a chance the last minute on the same day. What do you think? Is right?
Yeah, that's definitely a good suggestion, Surya. Yeah. I mean, something like, earlier you just said, I am Manav, right? Like things like that, definitely anybody can do, right?
Exactly.
So we can have something like that and involve all the ways. Yeah.
It shows that all the ways are involved, instead of showing them a few people.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. So that's all I had for the call. I guess Manoj may not attend if he hasn't dialed in. So I can follow up with.
But I don't think. Yeah, you can follow him later, Manoj. I mean, Ram.
Right. Yeah, sure. So if Anju and Hemant and Surya, if you don't have anything else, we can probably conclude the call.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for joining. I think
we'll just stop with Om Shanti.
yes. Yeah. Shanti. Shanti. Shanti.
Thank you, Sarah.
Sai Ram.